backwards.
Do you want me to start writing it backwards?
Now that would be a true talent. It's backwards there too.
Well, yeah, it's in the camera.
Hi guys. Okay. This is it. This is like January 2023 kickoff. All of the stuff. Look at that.
So Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Let's start there. Like you're getting like, this is bonus time. Not only is it bonus time, we're doing simultaneously an Instagram live when we're doing a YouTube live. I don't know if that's like some paradox or something, but yeah, we're doing something new for 2023. Wow, I don't know. And then we're going to get you all caught up on some neat things. We got like a minute before we're going to get started. So hello. I feel like we need jazz hands for 2023 to start it out. That's our 3 words that we're going off of this year, and they're all backwards.
Not so just for you, this year, forever.
Well, yes, but I mean, we're really focusing.
Okay, maybe not forever, but
so
forever's a long time.
If you're dyslexic, this might be something that's enjoyable to you.
Dyslexic people don't read backwards.
Well, what do? They mix the letters around.
Well, yeah, but that's completely backwards.
All right, we're already messing this live up to start.
They're used to it. They are so used to it.
Oh, everyone's jumping in. It has been so long, it feels like. And it's only been
30 days.
I know, 30 days since our last live. Since we have started our journey, I looked back, we have done a live every single month except for the first 2 months, I think we were on the road. The 3rd month is when we started the live every month. Did you know that?
I know that it's number 21 because Megan wrote it. It's number 21.
I'm stinking. Megan's so efficient. Hello, Bergs. They're all sitting there watching. No, they're not.
I don't
know. Good old Bergs. All right. What is going on? That's what you're asking. Okay, so it's 7:30. So let's do a recap.
Look, Fred said it looks correct for them.
Oh, really?
Well, that's a news.
It's backwards in our video.
Well, look at that.
Backwards in that one too. Interesting. Okay.
Anyway,
I digress.
We really want to give you some value, so let's not talk about the backward sign.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So how we normally do our lives, because there's a number of new people. It seems we're an average of about 1,000 new people a month have joined our journey and become part of the Switch crew and everything that's happening, which is incredible to think about.
So hello to all you new people. We're glad you're here.
Yes. And I'll give you the ground rules because I do this every single time.
This is true. He does do this every time.
For my own peace of mind. The ground rules are this. We are going to try to keep this to 1 hour. That's to respect everyone's time, because some of you are actually watching a football game with one ear in, listening to us and watching a game. So I get it. I mean, we watched the Chiefs yesterday, so that was a fun thing. Yeah, we got really good.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
And on top of that, there's a lot of stuff that happens off on the side. So on the Instagram stuff, this is all new for you guys. So I can't look at both. So we can't look at all of the different things. And it's hard to look at all of the questions. So if you're going to type in a question, type in the question. We have Megan and the Bird family sitting at home. And she's going to type, and it's going to go to a spreadsheet of the question that you might have. So Sheila can look over there and find that before it scrolls past and we miss the question.
Yeah, because you guys are over here chatting away, and that's fantastic. You do your thing, but if we watched that, we'd get totally sidetracked. So we just really appreciate Megan and Jeff and their whole family just for helping us out. She happens to be sitting in Kansas City, and we have made it to Florida, where Megan, I'm sorry, it was 76 degrees today. It was fantastic.
It was fantastic.
Todd said, it might be a little warm. He had to take his jacket off.
She told me to stop complaining.
Yeah, you can't complain about the warmth. So it was beautiful weather today.
If you do like the super chat stickers and all that stuff over to the side and that pops up, we truly appreciate that. Any financial stuff, we don't want to miss it. So actually that goes over to the spreadsheet so we don't miss it over there as well. Does that help? Is that everything?
Well, I don't know. You're the one with the ground rules.
Well, yeah, somebody said ground rules, they're more like guidelines, and that's probably true. And then I just noticed, if you see some steam up here,
That's
this
a question. I think somebody already put that in.
So that is special effects.
No, it's not.
That's our special effects that are happening right there.
What are we hoping to do? Like pretty soon, next time we'll try fireworks.
Yeah. No, I mean, because when I watch lives, there's never special effects. So we decided to really step up our game for 2023.
No, we diffuse. I diffuse essential oils sometimes, just because it's a good thing.
So like if I get sniffles or something, I'll come in and go, "What's that smell?" And she's like,
"Eucalyptus.
It's eucalyptus and lemongrass and some thieves, and we'll just mix this concoction and toil, boil, and trouble just pops up, and there we go."
I am super offended that that's the voice you used for me.
That's my inside voice.
Well, you should keep it inside.
But that is our diffuser. And I think it has thieves, if you know what that smell is.
I do not sound like that.
No, you don't. You don't talk through your nose quite as much. It's more like a lisp.
Y'all, we're off to great form in 2023. We are starting our 3rd year, and it might be our last. We'll just have
to get rid of me after this many years of being married. I mean, I'm like a fungus. Like when we started the channel, people would leave comments. This is true story. People would leave comments. It's like, I did like that, but I don't know if I really like that Todd guy. Like everyone would leave these things, and I'd always say, I grow on you like a fungus. Just stay with us a little longer, and I won't annoy you quite as much.
There's not enough thieves oil for your fungus.
There's not. There really isn't. It does wonders. Thieves oil does wonders.
I do love you dearly, and I'm glad we're on this journey together. Oh, and guys, it's going to be Todd's birthday this week.
Oh, don't tell him that.
Yeah.
Don't tell him.
Look at.
I know. I have a haircut.
No, you look good. Your hair looks great. Yeah. It's gray.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's all good.
Maybe for your birthday we could color it.
Well, if you saw one of our lives before, she done cut my hair. So, and we've beheaded a chicken, and we've done, so tonight it's going to be
rubber
normal.
Chicken. People don't
it wasn't, call
PETA.
Yeah, with our boiling thieves oil and beheading chickens. Don't do that. So, yes. But I think tonight we're really just going to focus and kind of give you I say that, we're going to try to give you some.
Todd and the word
fungus.
Fungus and focus are
2 different things. I am antimicrobial this year. Where am I even going? I don't know. We're going to try to give you like our goals, maybe give some vision casting for this year. I feel like this is the appropriate hand motions for vision casting.
If you have questions as we go over things, remember to pop them over there. Megan will grab those and we'll get to them. But everybody's telling you happy birthday. He's going to be a big 5'3".
Yes. Somebody gave us a super chat sticker. Who was that?
Look at that. I'll be able to look. It's over here.
I think it was like $19. We'll use it for.
I'll take you up for your birthday dinner. How about that?
You can't even get like a McDonald's meal.
I will.
How about Chick-fil-A? We'll do some Chick-fil-A. That's like the upscale of.
What are you talking about?
Well, I don't even know. I don't know. You know what I think we need, which I think would be really cool.
That was Tony. Tony, thank you Tony. For that.
I knew I saw it pop through.
I saw his name there.
Here's the deal. I think we need a sound machine. Like one of those where we can hit it and we can have applause and then we can hit one. So maybe I'll use that as what Tony gave. I'll use it to look for a sound machine for our lives so we can have special effects and noise stuff. Like we have like a crowd in here. You don't like that idea? You gotta have goals. This is like a goal for 2023. And I need to stop kicking the table. I apologize. We have a new desk.
Can you sit still?
I can.
Let's see. Thank you. All right, let's go on with the list.
Okay.
I got a list, people. I got a list of things we need to talk about.
So yes, and that should have been part of the ground rules. Sheila has generally a written down list that we can go down because she's very methodical with spreadsheets and lists.
No, I just like to provide them value.
And I don't?
It's debatable.
All right. What do we got? Let's go with number one.
Well, we made it to Florida.
Is that really your number one?
Yeah. Huh? See,
we made it to Florida. It took us 3 days, 4 days.
We took 4 days to get down here.
Yeah, because we basically would drive probably what 4 to 5 hours each hour.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you saw, you know, it was weird to be back on the road again.
Yeah, because for those of you that are new to our channel, our home base is Kansas City. We don't have a home there, but we have family there. So that's where all of our grandkids are. So we go home. It's also where Megan lives. And so I was so excited. Like, okay, we're going to be there from Thanksgiving to Christmas. We're going to get all these things gone.
We're going to see all these people. We're going to go out to eat.
I know. And I kept telling Megan, I'm home the whole month of December. We'll get that tackled. We'll take care of that in December. Whew, December went fast.
It did go fast. And it didn't, in kind of like we got there Thanksgiving, and then like a week after Thanksgiving we took off and went to Vegas. So I kind of ate right into the middle of that, because I don't know if you know this, but driving from Kansas City to Vegas is a long ways.
Yeah, so we had to go pick up our truck, and then we came back, and we're just, when you've been we move about once a week on our average on our normal RV. Once a week we're off somewhere. And when our RV stayed somewhere for 5 to 6 weeks, getting back on the road, that was like, oh, you kind of get out of the rhythm.
Yes, it was definitely, I even loading everything back in the garage was like a challenge. I was having a hard time strapping things down and stuff. It was just weird. Yeah. Plus, we have so much like new things for the huddles. Well, I guess we'll go over that in a little bit, but we are now becoming a traveling event company. And we thank you. We do thank you. I mean,
yes, we enjoy hanging out with you and get to meeting you. But it's a new challenge.
It's a new season. It's amazing. In two years, we're at this point.
Yeah, this Wednesday is our 2-year road anniversary.
Yeah, starting year 3, we'll be on the road 2 complete years. And when we first started, if you don't remember this, we only thought we'd be able to afford and everything to be out here for about 10 months.
Yeah, that was the plan. That was the goal, was 10 months. And our children thought we would make it anywhere between 4 and 6 months.
Yeah.
Fooled you guys.
So, and the only reason I can only say that God is a gracious God, because he only lets us see what we can see. So I always use that analogy. I can only see this far, and I don't know what's out here. And apparently he did. And here we sit. And through meeting all of you and doing the collective switch crew and the help and the support of all of you, there's literally, I could go on about miracles of just being where we're at and what's getting ready to happen. And I joke around a lot, but it is inspiring on so many levels and stuff, and it's very humbling a lot of times.
Yeah, it's been a great journey, and we're excited for what's going on for 2023. So let's talk about that.
Look at that segue. Sheila's doing so much better.
I have to learn to,
guide.
So if you've watched our video for the day, so our goal still is when we do a live to still post a video, because we started out this journey doing 3 videos a week,
which is insane.
Then we moved to 2 videos a week.
Still insane.
Now this year we are down to 1 video a week, with Todd having Wednesday as his
Wacky Wednesday.
Whatever
I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but I am going to continue to do sporadic Wednesday videos. So if you're new to the channel, you might want to click the bell, just in case something pops up on a Wednesday randomly. But and part of that's because I don't necessarily want to get too far ahead either. I'd hate to we go and do so much and see so many things. In my mind, if we're out 30, 60, like if we're out 60 days and you're watching a video from 6, why are you laughing? What did I do? Did I do something?
No, keep telling.
So 60 days, it would drive me crazy. And so I would want to do videos to play catch up. What? Did I
I'm
do
laughing
something?
because I was explaining to them, if you've watched our video today, and then off you went.
Yeah.
I was telling them the thing on my list.
Oh, yeah.
If you watched our video today, we said, hey, we hope nothing breaks in 2023.
Oh.
Well, guess what? We made it 2 days.
Yeah.
And then something broke.
So I do post on Instagram stories because I'll do like little short things. And we were driving down and the stinking brake, it was like that heart sinking when it says trailer brakes disconnected, ding. And then it goes ding trailer again. Brakes disconnected, ding. And it's like this flashback of post-traumatic stress of when we first started. I was like, oh, are you kidding me? So literally we pulled into a Boondockers welcome and I started pulling the tires off. And if you've ever had to fix this or it's ever happened to you, it's generally in the brakes, there's a wire and that wire will come off the clip and then it gets cut and then it grounds out. And that's what caused it. The problem is it's a $20 part. You have to take off every tire. So how many tires did I take off, Sheila?
It was the last one you took, last one you looked at.
Yeah. I went through all of them. It's the very last one. It was so
number 6. It was number 6.
Because you not only have to pull the tire off, you have to pull the bearing out, and then you have to pull the hub off, and then you have to check it, and then you have to put the bearing back in and put some grease in and tighten it all back on, put the tire on, and go to the next one. It is so hard. And so, yeah, breaky from the video today. Yeah, we didn't make it.
2 days. But hopefully we just got it out of the way and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. That's all for the year.
Oh, yes.
Wouldn't that be fantastic? Something. Okay, let's hit some questions.
Questions.
Okay, Scott George asked what was steaming behind the Berkey.
I got that one, Scott.
Got that one. Okay, Melinda Roberts asked how you can send us a package. There is an address on our website. So if you scroll all the way to the bottom of our website, there's an address there, and we have people that kind of help transport things.
They're like elves.
Okay, or their family.
or friends.
They get our packages to us. So that just go to our website and you can find that there. No, we don't.
Keeper.
Okay.
Yes.
Trevor asks, what part of Florida are we in right now?
Oh, that's a great one.
We are in St. Augustine, but we are making our way over to the Tampa area. So we're headed that direction actually in another day or so.
Yeah, and we'll kind of go over that here in a minute, kind of like our schedule. I know most RVers don't want to tell you where you're going to be, but
that's where we'll be. We're going to go to Tampa.
We're going to be at the Tampa RV show for that whole week. So
yeah,
there's a spoiler alert.
We're headed that direction. Ron asked, have you ever thought about getting different axles so you wouldn't have that problem anymore?
Yes, Ron. Every time I have to pull out the impact wrench and go, and then the people next to you are like, what the heck is this guy doing? And think about doing that for 6 wheels. I felt horrible. Very annoying. I felt horrible.
At least it wasn't late. We didn't arrive late.
No, but it got dark right before I finished.
Yes. Yeah. Bruce Franklin asks, have you all ever visited Egmont Key at the mouth of Tampa Bay?
Nope. I can't say that I have.
So I'm going to, well, like you would remember.
I would remember.
Would you?
I'm on 𝐁𝐞𝐿𝐵𝐵𝐽𝐲.
No, you're not. I'm going to highlight it and we're going to check it out.
I don't know where I come up with that. It's supposed to be helping with memory. I have no idea. Some of you are taking supplements know what 𝗁𝐿𝐵𝐴 is, but that
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced differently than that.
You don't think it's 𝗁𝐿𝐵𝐴?
Just stop.
Well, isn't that for memory? I know I have some.
Whether you take it or
because
not,
here's the thing.
You forget to take it.
Listen, our age demographic for our YouTube channel, it tells me all the analytics. So about 74% of everyone watching is from the age 45 to 65 plus. Congratulations. And about that age range, if I'm lying, I'm not. All of us start taking supplements of some sort. We're taking stuff for our joints, headaches. I get up and my knee hurts. So we're all on supplements of some sort. So I know 𝗓𝗏𝗵𝗏 might be in one of your supplement trays where you get the little thing, because I've done it, where you put your little vitamins in the thing, your tray thing. Is this really is showing my age? Because the older I get,
Somebody
I was like,
has a birthday this week.
Wednesday. Oh yeah. And then you can look back and you're like, oh dang, I forgot to take Tuesday and Mondays, because you have them in there. But then you're like, oh, it's okay. I'll catch that up next week when I fill the rest of the tray up. Then you stinking squirrels. There's a tree.
Did you guys hear that?
I don't know. It's so loud. They drop nuts on us. These squirrels like hate us. It's horrible. So anyway, I digress. You've got the pills. Got squirrels bombing us from above. All right. Sorry.
𝗪𝗲𝗵𝐴 begins. 𝗪𝗲𝗵𝐴 begins. What company do you use for merchandise? So we used to use like a ship and print, or print and ship company that was like spreads. Yeah. But when we saw that shirt, we weren't necessarily happy with how long it was lasting. So we are unfortunately using a company that you probably wouldn't use. We're just using a company in Kansas City, where our home base is, that Megan and I have worked a lot with before. And so Megan does an amazing job of making sure, and bless Jeff's heart, he lets us use his basement for storage for all that merchandise.
Yeah, you see the pictures come in. It's absolutely insane. There's so much. The new shirts, I guess we'll go over that in a little bit, but there's so much that when we fly back to go see our daughter's baptism, we have to load a suitcase to fly back with the suitcase for t-shirts.
Yes, and I'm taking Megan an empty suitcase.
It's
insane. It's like
there's a lot happening.
It's a shuffle system. But so we use a local company that just seems to be the best for us for quality.
Megan and the family and stuff, they have little nights where they roll up t-shirts and they put the little bands on them, and then they send them out to you. So it's a team effort for sure.
Okay, well, here's a good. Scott Smith asks a question about
Is that on your list?
Yes, and so we're gonna use that as a segue here.
We're having a segue. Well, I don't have a segue. You know what that is?
Okay, let's get to business, people. We have a meet and greet coming up we're headed to the Tampa RV show. That's no surprise. Our Tampa RV show, I put the date wrong in the newsletter. So if you're in the newsletter, that's bad. That's on me. So your tickets, if you have tickets to the meet and greet, it is on the 18th, not the 16th. That's on.
Are you setting out a notification or anything?
Well, they have the tickets.
Oh, they have the tickets.
They have the tickets.
Read your tickets, I guess.
Yes. And so that's on the 18th. But so that was my bad on the newsletter. But you should subscribe to the newsletter, because every once in a while you'll see me mess up. And that I did. I messed up. So we have a meet and greet on the 18th, but that is sold out. But we will be at the Tire Minder booth. We are going to be working from 11. We're going to start working at 11 every day, helping Michael in the Tire Minder booth. So that's where you'll find us.
Yes, 3 or 4 booths. So I think, did you put the booth?
We're in A122.
Okay. And then we are going to be going around the show and going some other places as well. But this is a place like Tolona Ridge. We plan on going over and seeing those wonderful people.
And we've got Switch Crew that is camping in the parking or in the fairgrounds. So we're gonna 19 rigs. So we're gonna go say hello to them. So, and we walk the show every day. And you guys, I'm so excited. Megan's coming to check it out.
Yes.
So she's never been to the RV show before. So you guys will get to, if you haven't been to a huddle, you'll get to meet Megan at the because she's bringing us some merchandise.
It is truly amazing to see. Like, can we tell them what the theme is of this year? Or are you going to let it be a surprise?
I think we should let that be a surprise.
Okay, then I'm not going to tell you. There's going to be a surprise for the theme of the merchandise and what Switch It Up is doing.
For the huddles.
For the huddles.
Yeah, for the huddles.
There's a
little theme.
There's a theme.
We'll tell them at the meet and greet and at the huddles.
We will?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that answers Scott's question.
That's called a teaser. Is there any good ones on there? Somebody posted on here. And I'm sorry, but it popped up and it said, when you heard the nut hit, somebody said, how big are those nuts? And all I could think of is these nuts.
I'm sorry, people.
Oh, that was a TikTok that went around for a while. It was so funny. I'm sorry. I saw that pop in and I was like, oh, goodness.
You are a 10-year-old boy.
I am. I'm sorry.
Okay. Hey, Spikers has a question.
Oh,
Hi,
goodness.
Spikers. He's stuck in Canada. I'm sorry about that.
It still amazes me.
Okay, so he says, I've been wondering since Megan came to be. Sheila, you never said anything on YouTube who she is. Is there proof?
Yes, there are some pictures on occasion. They might be in some of like when we were at the Utah huddle and things like that. Maybe we should do better at posting some pictures on that.
Yes, there is proof of Megan.
Yeah.
I need to just find some.
She doesn't necessarily like to be on camera.
Well,
but
I think she'll warm up to it.
Yeah. If you watch, okay, I'll give you an example. If you go to the Utah huddle recap video, you will see Sheila and Megan and talking down the road, and they go in the ATV together. That's
but
Megan.
She's in a helmet and a face mask. You can't tell that that's her.
You know what it's like? It's like Wilson back in the day when what was that show where they would sit there and all you would see is Wilson's face over the fence?
Is
That's
that what
Megan.
his name was?
Yeah, it was Wilson. And then he would always talk to Tim through the fence, but he could only ever see. So we never saw his whole face. So maybe that's what we should do with Megan. Unless you come to a huddle, then you.
Yeah, if you've been to a huddle, you get to meet her. Seeking Adventure 24/7 asks if we'll be attending the Miami Boat Show this year. No, not the Miami Boat Show, but I was just looking at the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show because somebody told me that the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show is better than the Miami Boat Show. So I was just checking that out, and it's at the end of October.
Yeah, so. And last year when we did the Miami Boat Show, which is absolutely incredible. If you have a YouTube channel and you're on the road and you want to go out and shoot things, you should go to the Miami Boat Show at least once. It's amazing. We had a media pass, so that gave us access to everything. So little side tip if you have a channel and you needed some content, but it was really cool. I don't know if we'd ever afford $150 million yacht, but I guess if we had enough subscribers.
No, that's never gonna happen.
No, that would take that. I couldn't even imagine.
Your dad, here's a little salt. Your dad asked a question.
Pops.
He says, "How did you do in fantasy football, Sheila?"
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
He won 2 leagues.
Yes, he did.
I did not.
No, she only played 1 though.
I only played in 1 league, but
Dad's an overachiever.
Yeah, I think I was 4th or something like that. So it was not a good year for me. I had a lot of injured players, but that
wasn't good. And everyone needs to put on their Switch Pops needs to come to like the Tennessee huddle.
Well, in fact, that's what Elena Smith asked is Switch Pops going to come
to so you're being called out, Pops.
Elena says, is he going to come to a huddle? We're going to really try hard. I guess we just have to load him up.
Yeah. Like Chevy Chase will
stick just load him up.
Strap him down.
Sorry, Dad.
He shows up, he's got bugs in his teeth.
Okay. And then 3 Cat Travelers just asked, how's Todd's dad doing?
See,
look, Dad,
Pops,
everybody
you gotta
wants to know
come
how
on.
you doing.
Come sign some autographs. Oh, Switch Pops. I didn't get down to see him as much as I wished, and that was kind of one of the things that I was hoping to do. So, okay, what else you got? Is that it? Or are you going on to the next part of the agenda?
Okay, let's talk about 2023's big plans.
Okay. Do we give the goods? Like all of the goods?
Here's the list.
Oh, I can only go what's on the list. The approved. I can only give you what's the approved list.
I'm gonna call you. Never mind.
We could be.
I could have been just
I need to have
for that.
We need to have a vote for the speaker of the list. It might take us 15 votes, but we'll get to it.
Stop. I was getting ready to say something. We're gonna get bleeped off of YouTube.
Okay. I want to get bleeped. No politics here.
Nope. Stop.
2023, she has big plans.
Well, share our big plans.
Okay. We are going to do 5 huddles.
Yes, we have 5 huddles
5
this year. I'm so excited.
How many did we do in 2022?
4.
4 huddles.
But we got 5 huddles.
And the meet and greet.
We've got some meet and greets, and I'm working on some other meet and greets.
Okay.
We're adding some meet and greets.
Right. Because when we were talking, and I was like, it would be kind of neat that we could have something along the road to do that would be a little smaller. And it's actually more difficult to organize, honestly. So, but we are going to try to do that.
Yep. And we also have a Founders Club now, and we're doing events for the Founders Club. So I'm working on those events, and I'm super excited because those are our smaller. But we have heard you guys something that we're going to try new this year. We've heard you, a huddle is kind of it's a more expensive weekend because it is completely all catered. There's catering meals. The events are planned and in there, like it's a full activity weekend planned with, you get your lanyard and your meals and your schedule, and like it's a full event production weekend.
It's hard to explain.
So, but we've heard several of you say, okay, can we do something? We still want to get together, but can we do something a little more on a down low? And so we're going to roll out in 2023 something called crew campouts.
Crew campouts.
We are working out the details with people in the Founders Club. They're going to be helping us roll these out. And
they're going to be in different parts of the United States.
Yes.
And Sheila and I will not be in attendance to every one of the campouts, but it is about building community. Right. And I know there's a lot that happened from, if you haven't gone to a huddle, once you come to a huddle, there's other things that happen afterwards, like switch pods and building community on that side. And then the crew campouts are coming on this other side. So there is going to be a lot of different things to stay in the community that create community aspect of things. And I'm really excited about it. And we're trying to find out ways to implement things. So much so, I know you mentioned the Founders Club. If you notice that we're not doing a lot of like branded content right now, we're doing some things here and there because we just really love, Harrison with Enduro. He's probably one of the most genuine dudes. And then you throw in Michael with Tire Minder, who also does Internet on the Go. So we have our core, like people that have supported us from the beginning. And I don't think that will ever change. But now we don't have to look for big sponsorships and try to partner with, a company like, I don't even want to name a company, a bigger company to do different branded stuff, because the Founders Club now is honestly being how we're being supported.
Yeah.
And it is a huge blessing to all of us. I mean, and we still have the join feature. So everyone, we can keep your emojis and do all that. And we're still trying to balance where we're going to do the content over there. We started this community called 𝗏𝗏. 𝗏𝗏 is with the Founders Club that allows all of the communication. It's one of the best platforms that I think we've ever, you really dived into that for months to decide that. And it works like a Facebook that we can interact with. And we are over there talking all the time. It is an amazing thing, like I said, to be in 2 years, be sitting here.
Well, we're really wanting to focus on community, and that's why we've made the changes. We had even moving from 2 videos to 1 video a week, because that allows us time in the week to just focus on the community. So all of that to be said, we are working on crew campouts just so that you guys can continue the Switch crew to meet each other throughout the United States. And there won't be catering. Maybe you'll do a potluck, or somebody will grill, we'll grill a day. Like, those are all plans that we're working on, and we will get that information to you, especially in the newsletter. That's where a lot of that's going to roll out. So register for the newsletter.
Cool aspect of that is like some of the things that have come in financially wise has allowed us now. We bought a sound system for our huddles, which we haven't used yet, but it is stinking awesome. So that's been taken care of. There's a couple other things that I would like to see. Like today, I was like, wouldn't it be cool to have like a pop-up tent to have the Switch It Up logo around that we could use at our huddles for like different things outside. That's something like you start dreaming about things of what it can happen. We actually ended up getting these flags that you'll see at the Tampa show where the 19 are going to be camping that will be, those big 10-foot flags that say Switch Crew and Switch It Up on them. So we've been adding, and those are not cheap. Like, I thought this was a great idea. And then I was like, wow, those are more expensive than I thought. And you guys have just partnered alongside, and we're building something really cool together. And that's why I said the garage is now becoming full of like all of those things, like a complete sound system and flags and merchandise and all of this stuff, so we can continue to go down this journey and build community. It's kind of cool. Any other questions on there?
Yes, and we want to also ask, say thank you to 𝗃𝗏 and JD and Cassie. Thank you so much for the super stickers.
Yes, we truly appreciate
those.
It's awesome.
Okay, questions. Let's go back to some questions.
Okay.
Come
on now.
All right, there's more roads to travel on.
Oh, yeah.
Lori, she has a question about.
We didn't really talk about the huddle places.
Right, because you went on a tangent
I know.
about the flags and the sounds.
I'm so excited. It's so cool. Like, it really is a neat thing. So yeah, I do get excited about that because it's been added on, and it's neat. So there you go. Okay, go ahead.
Are you done?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay. Lori asks about where the Colorado Huddle will be held out. So the Colorado Huddle, actually, those tickets are available tonight. As soon as this we get off of the live stream,
Okay.
Those will be live for you to take a look at. And there's some cool things going on at the at that huddle. Like, did you know that you can choose to go fly fishing, and it's going to be in these little small groups where you can go out, you're going to learn. It's a fully guided trip, and so Todd's going to go learn how to fly fish. So
when we do our huddles, we have like these add-on tickets, like you can add on. Not everyone has to participate in them, but it's almost like little bucket list things. Like bucket list of wanting to go fly fishing in Colorado in a river. I know it sounds goofy to some, but I've just always wanted to do it. I wanted to experience it.
So you're going to get all the equipment and be able to go out and do that. While you do that, I'm going to go to another add-on that is it's a hot springs. So I'm going to go to the hot springs. There's like 15 different hot springs that we're going to go hang out there. But we're all going to go to a rodeo. We're all going hiking. There's all of our food and stuff is in there. So we're going to have some downtime for if you want to go mountain biking.
Mm-hmm. We've really found a good balance, I think, now in the huddles. The first one was really, really, really busy. And then now we've kind of balanced out because we've had bigger huddles. We've had smaller huddles. Yeah. Because I had a couple meltdowns a couple times.
But it's the same amount of activities. You just
maybe just the way you organized it.
No, it was just better. You getting used to this new life of yours.
Yeah. Now and on top of that, tonight, which was a surprise, didn't know it was going to happen. If you haven't followed the Brazen Brits, you should jump over and see, because they did like a recap of the last huddle, which was really neat too.
Okay, well, we're talking about Colorado.
I know.
The Colorado Huddle. The Colorado Huddle. So tickets will be available as soon as this live is over. And Christina asked how you get the discount code for the Colorado Campground. As soon as you buy your tickets for the Colorado Huddle, you'll get an email, and in that email gives you instructions on what you need to do next, and that will be where you'll find that information out. Okay, I think there are any questions about the Colorado Huddle?
Can I talk about something about huddles?
Sure, babe.
Florida Huddles closed, so that's in a couple weeks. We're looking forward to doing that. So we have the boat and all the things that are happening there.
Speaking of that, somebody has a question about the boat. If you're coming into the Florida Huddle, we are doing a yacht dinner cruise, and that is leaving from Clearwater. And we'll go over all of that information when you get to the huddle, but just for your information. And be watching. Every huddle has a Facebook group page. Make sure you're on that, because that's where we tell you, hey, you might want to throw this in your suitcase, or you might want to that's where I'm not sure I understand. Hey, stop.
Okay. Wow. She transcribed everything there. That's very nice.
So make sure you join those Facebook pages, because that's where we communicate a lot of things regarding the huddle. Okay, continue. Sorry. I was just answering
all I was saying is that Florida has been sold out. And then we have Tennessee. So Tennessee is next on the list after that. It's got some crazy fun things that we have planned. And so we've been watching that all develop. And is that in April? When's the Tennessee huddle?
Yep.
April. And then we just launched. So about 6 months out is when tickets generally go out, so people can plan accordingly. And then from there, Mackinac Island. We got Mackinac Island. Like, I've never been to Mackinac Island. We go to Mackinac Island. And then I was like, wouldn't it be cool for all of us to be going over? And Sheila's like, yeah, I'd like to live on this island for like 2 weeks. And we were planning all this. And then she pops out. She goes, I think we're going to do a huddle up here. It takes over a year from the time she calls to the time we can actually get into the resort areas and do this. And they're already planning 2025. Think about that for your boy Todd. I was like, that's insane to me, and how this is like it's going and all the things happening. What do you got?
Lori asked if we will all be camping together at the huddle. Each campground is different, and so it all depends on how they have their park laid out. And so for the Colorado huddle, we have 100 sites, and their park is larger than that, but for the most part, those 100 sites will be together. Yeah.
And then we were like, when we were at the Utah huddle, for whatever reason, we all kind of got split up, which was really weird on how they handled that. So every park has been different.
Well, a lot of it comes down to the size of your rig and all, all of that stuff. So it was a much larger park, and
I don't know those details because I just show up generally.
Yeah, this truth.
Am I speaking truth?
You are speaking truth.
Well, that's good.
Okay, looking here. Joan Cress, I know you're asking about the Tennessee Huddle discount code. That should be in your Eventbrite email. So when you look at your confirmation from your Eventbrite, and all that information should be in there. If you don't see it, then go ahead and send us an email, and we will help you locate that information. Melissa asks what the Colorado huddle is taking place in, and that is in Granby.
Granby, Colorado. We have not been there, actually. We were going to go through there when we were coming back across, but we didn't get a chance to. But we've seen all kinds of videos, and it's supposed to be one of the nicest RV parks. So hopefully it does not disappoint. And I think, are we going whitewater rafting?
No. This is again why.
I'm not?
No.
We're not doing that in Granby?
No, it's going to be cold. It's the first part of June. It's all snow melt.
Well, they might like that. They might like cold water plunges.
They sure can. We're going to the rodeo and the hot springs. You guys, during your free time, you want to go whitewater rafting, you go right ahead.
Oh, I'm throwing stuff out there.
Yep, you go
How
right ahead.
How am I doing? Am I doing good?
Here's the list. So there is still room in we have Tennessee and Colorado huddles, and then we will release hopefully next month the Michigan huddle.
You think? Is that 6 months out?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Okay, what time is it? We've got 15 minutes. I'm looking through these questions for you real quick. Let's see if we can think that there's others here.
So Tennessee, Colorado.
I think I got that one.
What else?
I'm reading the questions.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just sit here. I'll read these questions and see. Let me see what here. Are there any hotels nearby Colorado? I have no idea.
There are.
We have a lot of times cabins.
The roaming dad says, my kids want to know if they need to learn old people dance because they've seen your reels.
Yes, you do.
Yes. Learn some old people dance.
We have some surprises that are coming at the Tampa RV show that I was like, wouldn't it be fun? That's how that normally is, like, well, wouldn't it be fun? Sheila looks at me and is like, yeah, that kind of would be fun. So just know that the Tampa RV show, it'll be a good time. That's all I'm going to say is like, I'm really looking forward to it because I like to spruce things up a little bit. So we're sprucing it up at the Tampa RV show.
I'm not sure it's sprucing.
Yeah, it is. It's sprucing. We're sprucing it.
Okay, we have some questions regarding the Colorado huddle.
Dancing may be required. if you see us at the Tampa show. So be prepared if you're going to come up and say hi. Something might be requested upon you.
Okay, there are questions coming in about the Colorado Huddle, so let's tackle those. David asked if you told him they have cabins, right?
Yeah, cabins.
There's cabins, and you can.
Tennessee has cabins too. So if you're wanting to come to Tennessee, I don't know if there's any available still. I think, is that like 70%, 60, 70% full?
Well, I'm sorry, I was reading questions.
Go ahead.
What did you
ask? At
ask?
Tennessee.
There are, oh yeah, it's more than that full.
Okay. It's more than that full. So apparently, whatever that is, you should probably jump on it.
Scott Smith asked, do we get an assigned RV spot at the Tennessee Huddle when you get there? If you've called and if you have your tickets, to the Tennessee Huddle, those will be coming out before, beyond that. That's why you need to be on that Facebook group.
That made no sense.
That's where the information will be. You will get your site assignment prior to you arriving.
Showing up.
Yeah. Yes. But we wait till the huddle closes, so then we don't have to move people around. And so you will get those usually that first, the huddle closes 30 days prior to, so we can put all the last minute pieces together. Yeah.
And there's always like something changing, like either our give backs is always the hardest thing that we're scheduling. That seems to be, you would think a give back and doing something in a community would be like, oh, the community would be like, yeah, we've got stuff. But then you throw in, hey, by the way, we have 200 people. And they're like, you have how many people? And then trying to find the organizers. And that's been probably your biggest challenge, hasn't it?
Yeah. Okay. RV asked have we been to the RV park in Tennessee? Absolutely.
Yes.
We try really hard to at least go through it or stay at something before we do a huddle. Because that helps us with surprises.
Now, the Tennessee has a complete building in the center that used to be used for, well, I don't know, they still use it church weekends.
Yes, it's still being
so
used.
It's got a whole auditorium and everything, which is going to allow us to do some surprises there as well, which I'm really looking forward to, because we have a big space. And when you're doing the huddles, we actually need space.
Yes.
So we're not sitting in a field all the time. We did sit in a field in Texas because they didn't get the event space done before we showed up. So we had to rent a tent.
Again, with the surprises, right?
Yeah. It's called, that's event planning is probably although that's what Megan does. She's on the phone and then she's calling Sheila, and then they're an hour and a half on the phone as we're driving down the road, and it's back and forth of all the things. And then
it's a good thing Megan and I like each other.
Yeah. And then they give surprises like, hey, we're doing this. And I'm like, how are we going to do that? And then it just works out. So
Jamie asked if they can use the disc. Why don't you? I think there's questions over there on that one.
Oh, I haven't. Sorry, I've ignored my Instagram
Jamie
people.
Asked if there's a discount code for lodging for the Colorado Huddle, like the tiny houses. Yes, you do still get the switch it up discount for that, not just for RVs. John asked, good question, John. Did Sheila get a new bike? Not yet. So for you guys, that we have e-bikes. We have Hemiways. We enjoy being on the e-bikes. The e-bike that we got for me, I was just struggling getting on and off of it. And so I'm looking for a easier, a shorter person bike.
So we've had some companies reach out to us and stuff, and I guess now I
need to just make a decision.
Yes, she needs to find something that she really would like, and then we can choose from there. And it probably will not be some of the normal brands that you've heard, because we're not like that. I guess we just kind of do weird things.
I just need to sit down and take some time. David asked if there will be a 2023 bingo card.
Not currently.
Nope, we're going to do something different.
Yes, we are.
Rhonda asks about the Founders Club. How's it going? And how do you get involved with the circle? That information, once you sign up for Founders Club, you should get an email. That email will give you a link of how to sign up for the community. And then once you sign up for the community, you'll have your login, and then you'll have access there. And then we just have all these different areas in which we're talking. And we also do live streams over there with the Founders Club.
And we try to give a lot of peek behind the curtain stuff there to keep everybody up to speed. And then we might ask a question if we're thinking about doing something, saying, hey, what do you guys think of this? It just becomes a really good sounding board, because as the community grows, so like think of, we have to start thinking, we're at 25,000 subscribers, we're almost there. Think about 50 and 100 and 150,000 subscribers. There's a lot of people that'll be watching content, but how do you continue to grow the community at that point? And so we've just found a way to kind of chunk it down, because we realize the community will not be a 200,000 people. It will be a smaller group. And that's just the way life is in general. So how do we learn your names? And we have your, how do we build community? You don't do it on YouTube. YouTube doesn't give us that opportunity. It gives you a community button that none of us look at. And really messaging, you even like to message us on, it's hard. We try to follow all of the comments and try to comment back, but that didn't work for us. Then the join button allowed us to have like 2 memberships that allows us to see, like, if you look over to the side, people with the Bigfoot and like the dinosaur and the crabs and stuff. These individuals have been part of that join feature on YouTube, but it didn't allow us to communicate. So it was really hard how we built a relationship with Bobby and Cindy and all Scott Smith and the people that you see there, and Dwight, they've been bringing merchandise from Kansas City to the huddles a lot of times. How that happens is to be able to get to know you. This has become the conduit for that. So it's pretty neat on how that all has come into play. So if you go to our our channel or our website, gswitchitup.com, and then you click and you'll see a crew tab. When you click on the crew tab, it'll say Founders Club. And we did that on purpose, because it's not like we want to be talking, like we probably won't talk about Founders Club all the time. It's kind of like the community within the community. We still have the Switch It Up page that is private. If you go to Facebook, you can find that Switch Crew, and that's all free. And you can be part of that community. There's over almost 3,000 people there now, somewhere around there, 2,500.
I think so.
Yeah, and it allows you guys to bounce ideas and bounce things around, and that you can build relationships through that. And that seemed to work okay, but it even had its own hiccups. And the only reason we had to keep it private is we get a lot of spam. Like over on the side, you don't see it, but there's some not so nice comments that might come through, or some inappropriate people that Megan has to block. And we'll get people that are trying to scam, like on our comments. And so we had to, like, all of these things start coming into play when you're building everything out. And that's why we started kind of changing things around. So there you go. So go switchitup.com, click crew, then you find Switch It Up, the Founders Club, and then you can find all the information there. There's even a video there we did. So hopefully that helps. Is that good? That was a lot.
I'm going to go back over to the questions. And we have a sticker. Somebody says, happy birthday. You can go have dinner.
Oh, Melissa, thank you.
Melissa, thank you very much for that. I'll take him out to dinner.
Oh, you're going to be.
I'll take you. I'll take you out.
Where are you going to take me? On my birthday. Where am I going to be?
That's a really good question. I need to look at the calendar. I think we'll be in Tampa area,
okay,
actually.
That's fair.
𝗬𝗏, they asked which Facebook group you will get when you purchase your tickets. There will be a link to that Facebook group in your email confirmation. So there's a Facebook group for every huddle.
And on the thing where it talks about huddles on the website, it actually gives the dates and the places tentatively. So you have actually kind of the idea of where it's going to be until everything's announced. And sometimes things change quickly. And so it's until things get confirmed and then Sheila and Megan sign the contracts, we can't always just like concrete things out ahead until it's actually ready. So you have the date and the place on the website, right?
We'll have the date and the state.
The state.
Yeah, not the space specifically, because that causes issues.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't change. It just causes issues for people to be able to call ahead before they have their tickets.
Okay.
That doesn't work out so well.
No more finger chickens.
No more finger chickens. Mercy was, no, we don't need any more of those.
So that the Georgia Huddle, we were in, when the whole chaos happened with the dinosaurs running around and the chicken outfits, they had these finger chickens and they were pulling them back and shooting them at us. So if you watch the video, hundreds, I wish it would have transpired, because we're sitting there and I look up and hundreds of tiny little finger chickens were floating through the air and bombarding us and hitting us all over the place. And then you look on the floor, it's just mass chaos of dead finger chickens all over. No more finger chickens. That was a lot of chickens.
We just need to not do anything stupid between now and the next huddle, and we should be good. Okay, there is Don Williams asked, which month is the Michigan huddle?
Which month is? I have no idea.
It's August. We'll be in Michigan in August. August.
There you go.
There we go. Are Harold and Cindy going to be at the Florida huddle? Yes. Yes, they will be. They will be at the Florida huddle. They help us out tremendously from all kinds of things.
We have a little transition that's going to happen because I'm excited about this. We're both excited about this. Is that our granddaughter is going to be baptized.
Oh yeah.
And we are, it kind of like when you're traveling, some life moments happen that you just want to make sure that you're there for. And they had talked about this happening. They weren't quite sure. And then we hit the road and then she was like, hey, they're going to do it on this date. So it kind of threw a little hiccup, but we decided that we're going to just jump in a plane literally and fly home. And we're going to make an event for Unlimited RV in Kansas City. So they're doing Kansas City is doing their Tampa Super Show. It's the Kansas City RV show that they actually wanted us to come back and be at and stuff, because Unlimited RV is the actual sponsor of the whole thing. And they're great. They really are. And they're having an event. So we're going to, just for like their people that have come as customers. So they're doing an appreciation. So we're going to literally get on a plane, fly back, stop by, say hi to everyone at the appreciation thing, go see our daughter that night. You're going to go do things as well. And then Sunday, we're going to get up, go see some of the kiddos, go to church, watch her be baptized. Then actually we're flying out that night. So it's going to be a fly in and fly out. Right?
Uh-huh.
It's a lot. It is, because it's like this little, like those moments where you don't want to miss it. And that's going to be something that we're going to go back and do.
Yes.
So that's got to be in the next couple weeks. I don't even know how far away it is, but it's soon. Yeah, I'll know it. You know what I'll know is when Sheila goes, hey, you need to check in for your flight.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how I'll know. It's like, and then I'll be like, we're leaving tomorrow? She's like, yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So, and I don't look at Google Calendar. I know it sounds horrible.
It's all on his calendar, people. It really is.
It is.
It is right there.
I just don't look at Google Calendar. I've never been a calendar kind of guy. Although that probably doesn't surprise most of you.
Okay.
Anything else? We're almost an hour.
Yep. The majority of the questions that are there's 3 questions here left about Scott asks, is the boat ride an overnight event? No, that we will be back that evening.
It's a dinner cruise and
and
all kinds of fun stuff.
DJ and that sort of thing. And then about the Colorado Huddle, it'll be available for you in like 3 minutes.
Does it go live like that quick?
Yeah.
And how do you find the Colorado Huddle?
You just go to our website.
Everything goes to the website.
Go to the website.
GoSwitchItUp.com. Yes. And then you'll be able to find those details. So, and those that are in the Founders Club and stuff, they kind of saw it a couple of days ago. So some of them have already secured a spot. But that's one of the perks of kind of being in that area as well. So you can kind of see the stuff ahead of time.
Okay, I think that's the majority of things. If we missed one of your questions, I apologize, and you can just shoot me an email and I will reply back to you.
Okay, I saw one more thing on her list.
What's that?
On your list, I saw it. It was like the end thing.
Oh, yeah, I better look at my list before we leave here. Oh, yes. We're not having a live in February.
I know. Then why is that?
Because I got to watch the Chiefs play in the Super Bowl.
She was like, nobody's going to come to our live during the Super Bowl.
Nope, not even me, because I'll be watching the Chiefs play.
I might come. I might just show up.
Okay, you
randomly just turn on and do a live, maybe.
I think that's
unannounced.
Okay, well, we don't know that they're going to be in Super Bowl yet, but I'm just putting that.
Are you doing that?
I'm just.
Are you foreshadowing?
I'm foreshadowing.
You're foreshadowing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
I hope that this video plays out well.
Yeah, you could have just jinxed the whole thing.
I'm not. It's not like, what is that? Sports Illustrated cover has a. They say has a jinx to it or whatever, but I don't believe in jinxes, so we're good. But so we'll not have a live in February. We will be back at a live in March. So you'll have to be watching the website and our Facebook and the newsletter if you're interested in Michigan, because those will go live between now and our next March live.
Yes. And watch for crew campouts for this year, for 2023.
Yep.
We'll make announcements on stuff on that. And there's so many little things that are happening that I don't know. It just like compounds. Like I look at a huddle experience now when we walk in. It's like, how did we like get here? It is the most amazing journey to see how it's all transpired from 2 years ago, you sitting in a chair and wondering, you know, are we going to have heat tomorrow? Because, you know, I mess up propane and we're traveling and not knowing what's going to happen. And
that Friday, that first night, I cried and called Allison. I believe that was the child I said that she needed to come and get me.
Yeah. But I was like, no, come on. It's only one night. It's got to get better. And it's a journey.
And it has got better because we've met all of you guys, and I love that. And
the friendships that we have are just amazing. And it's truly, honestly, the community aspect of this was the thing that has kind of held it all together for us.
Yep.
And I know I say it all the time. I was like, man, wouldn't it be just nice to just make a video and not worry about, you know, doing the huddles and doing all this stuff. But then it's like, well, then it doesn't feel like, it doesn't feel like it would be justified for us because we want to meet you. Yeah. We don't feel like it's the Todd and Sheila Switch It Up show. It's more like the Switch crew, all of us together, all of us doing something. And something popped into my head today. We went to a church today. I know we're over, but now I can ramble on because she's done with her list. But we went to a church here called 1122. And listened to the message, which was awesome. And as we were sitting there listening, he was going through their vision and their goals and stuff for 2023. Actually, it was very inspiring.
It was.
It was very inspiring. But then 𝗫𝗍𝗪, I know nobody knows the name, and I didn't share this with her either. 𝗫𝗍𝗪, he is a friend from Kansas City. I've known him a while. Haven't talked to him in months. Probably since we started, for probably over 2 years. And something popped in my head today, which was quite unique. And it was, he had this idea for a long time ago, and it was called NDY, #NDY, which was really neat. And you're like, what is that? And it was not done yet. And I got to thinking, as like many of the individuals that we're hanging out with and stuff, a lot of you are retired, and a lot of you are trying to figure out, you know, what do I want to do, where I want to go and stuff. And honestly, that phrase popped into my head today during church as they were sharing that. It's like, you're not done yet. Not done yet. And that's kind of like the Switch It Up journey. God said, you're not done yet. You're not done being on the road. You're not done with the journey that he has planned. Not done yet. So yeah, it's the #NDY. And Gabe put that in there years ago as a little seed that just kind of sprouted this morning. And flashed in, and I thought, wow, that's really kind of cool, because when Dad lost Mom and was sitting there, sorry, Pops, I'm sharing this. He was sitting there and he's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I was like, you're not done yet. You've got stuff that you need to do. And some of you need to hear that right now. It's like, you're not done. And I don't know if it's the Switch crew and the Switch It Up adventures that we're doing, or where we're going, or what's going to happen. Honestly, a lot of times we're scared to death, to be honest, because we're like, what, you know, where is this going? And we don't know what we're planning. And I mean, you've shared many times where you were like nervous.
Oh, absolutely. Interestingly, a fun fact We haven't talked about this because we were talking about like from church today, but I've been working on what we're doing for our Sunday gathering in the Florida huddle, and it's very much that exact same thing.
Not done yet?
Yep. It's not done yet, but that's the whole premise of the whole thing. So that's an interesting thing.
Not just as a confirmation, like those little confirmations of you being here and you watching and you supporting and all of us doing stuff together. There's something happening. Can't put my finger on it. Don't know. I want you to know that a lot of times we pray and we're like, oh man, like what are we doing? And how is it going to work financially? And what's going to happen? And God says, not done yet. Just, leap of faith. And I think everything that you've seen that's happened to switch it up and everything that's going to happen. I mean, we just got to give it up because it's not us. It really, it has just been a blessing. So thank you.
Thanks for being a part of it. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for being a part of it. Thanks for joining us on this journey. And so many of you have, moved from 2 years ago, we didn't know any of you. And so we're loving the journey, and we're loving being this with you guys. So thank you very much. Thanks for watching. And until, I guess, March. And if you're not like part of the Founders Club, we'll be posting there. We'll be posting in the Switch Crew stuff. We'll be doing that kind of things. I try to do little Facebook uploads when I do an Instagram feed thing, little deals where we're at. It'll automatically populate to Facebook sometimes, and you can see it there. So those little snapshots of me happening immediately. So you can always look out for those as well. And if you ever want to contact us, send a Facebook message, an Instagram message. It's usually the fastest way. And then you can always send us an email and we try to respond. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Hopefully that helps. And those of you that have been to a huddle before, our Switch pods start tomorrow night. So get on that and we'll see you tomorrow night. Yeah, somebody asked about that. I saw on there. The Switch pods things are after you come to a huddle. After you've been to a huddle. So you'll find that out information then. But we will see the rest of you guys on our next live in March. Gosh, that seems so far away. Can you imagine all of the things that are going to happen between? There's going to be a lot between now and March. There's going to be a lot. You just watch the videos. It's going to get crazy. Yes, don't forget to watch videos. And speaking of that, don't forget to like this one. And comment, hey, thanks, Ed, for that. Ed jumps in there right at the bell. Ding, 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 ding. Thank you, Ed. I appreciate that. I would love you guys. All right. Good night. Good night. I always hit the button and it just never stops. It just keeps going. I don't even know how to stop the live on here. I think that X. Try the X. And you're going to get bonus. This is bonus.